Hey guys, so today, with next week being the release of Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F, also Discovery 4, I decided to watch Beverly Hills Cop 1, released in 1984, Beverly Hills Cop 2, released in 1987, and Beverly Hills Cop 3, released in 1994. So, I enjoyed these movies, I'll be honest with you. I think these are one of the best action movies of the 80s, to be honest. Mostly because of uh the the comedy and action sequences and the story that they told. Though I'll get into threes in a bit. Um I'll start with the first one, released in 1984. I think it's a very interesting idea where this Detroit cop, after the death of his buddy, decided to go to Beverly Hills, and he had a hard time there because the cops that were spying on him had a hard time uh, with Axel, but then later they become best friends, especially Billy and Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, who is the lead of these movies, is expecting Victor as the killer, but no one truly wants to believe him. But then later it's revealed that he is, and kidnaps uh, the main blonde an actress. But and then they go. Axel, Billy, and Taggart go to the house of Victor to stop him and his goons. And it made for a very fun action comedy, mainly due to the soundtrack, which made the movie much more fun to listen to the music in these during these sequences. It's very fun to listen to it. And it has some good comedy to it. Eddie Murphy has some very good comedic timing, and especially with the way he interacts with other characters and the way he's solving crimes, taking it a little more serious, to be honest, which is kind of smart. The action scene in this movie is very fun. It's not super action packed, but it gets bigger a few scenes later, especially in the climax, which is awesome as well. Um, I thought the but two cop characters were a little entertaining, and Ronnie Cox as the boss of Beverly Hills was interesting, and the Axel's boss from Detroit is very hilarious due to his angry film of attitude towards Axel. Is very funny as well. And so I thought it was a very great start to these movies. Then Beverly Hills Cop 2, in which Bridget Nielsen and a bunch of uh, bad guys trying to destroy during like a horse place, and Axel, Billy, and Tiger has to stop it. And the way the story goes is very fun as well, mainly due to again the soundtrack. It's not as funny as the first one, but it has some good jokes that got me. And the actions in this movie is still very fun, and some of the horse sequences were unique. And like the villains breaking into things were kind of thrilling. I think they're the best villains in these movies. I think they're the most unique of them all. To be honest with you. Um, and number three, it's honestly the weakest and kind of weirdest one because so in this movie, Axel Foley decided to find the person who killed his boss, and by doing it, he went to Wonder World, which is this Walt Disney World-esque uh, amusement park full of colorful animal characters, but down there it has some evil police detectives who are being very violent towards Axel Foley, especially when he was saving the two children. It was probably my favorite scene in the movie because of how the ride is the way it was getting the mouth attacked or being broken was kind of thrilling. Um, but it's also feel weird that it's made the at that time to end the franchise in an amusement park, because if well, it's mostly an R-rated action movie, it still feels a little more child friendly, to be honest with you. Maybe because of the use of colorful animal characters in the amusement parks. It feels weird when that happens. To be honest with you, my feelings about it. Um, but it still has some awesome action sequences as well. It didn't make me laugh as much as one and two. It's just two jokes that were funny, but that was it. And so overall, the Beverly Hills Cop 3 was decent enough. Beverly Hills Cop 2 was cool, and Beverly Hills Cop 1 was amazing. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the Beverly Hills Cop movies until Beverly Hills Cop 4 went to next week in July 3 on Netflix. Let me know in the comment below your thoughts on it. Peace out. Bye. And I think this is probably Eddie Murphy's best role other than Donkey. He has some good performances in these movies as well, to be honest with you. Like I said before, he really steals the show in these movies. Bye.